online haircut.
Alright, we're on episode 166 this week. We are not joined by Justin this week. He is sick. He wanted to be here for the last episode in the studio temporarily. We're back in a few months. We'll be back here. The next episodes you'll see, we will be experimenting with a new set. We'll be going through two new sets. I really want to get creative with it. But yeah, today we're joined with Cheyenne again.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
Why?
But, we need you here since Justin. Because honestly, it's a lot of work editing your videos. I'll say that. We had a big portion of last last episode. Well, yeah, last episode and Simon's episode. You were cut a lot, buddy.
Why?
A lot, because you're a lot of yapping, as people would say on the TikTok. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming on again. Next week, hopefully, is a lot better. This week, we had to do a lot of fucking prep for this episode, like over an hour of just technical difficulties. I mean, that's what happens when I miss a week. All right, I'm not in the movement, the flow of the episodes, and yeah, I'm just not with it. So let's jump right into this episode, talking about Drake. It's gonna be a quick episode, but yeah, I want to talk about Drake. Drake has been in Vancouver this week, as a lot of Vancouverites have already found that out, or already know. And Drake was supposed to perform on Monday or Tuesday, one of those days. He was supposed to perform at ROGERS Arena. Now, the concert was canceled, and not only was the concert canceled, but it was more than just the concert being canceled. So basically, I guess what happened was the screen that they just put in at ROGERS Arena is new, and they want to test it, right? They go and test it, and it's not working. So 2 hours before the concert, a lady comes out and says that the concert's canceled, and obviously it's not that lady's fault, but I think that whoever's doing that job, they're going to get the hate, which sucks. It's a hard job to have, but honestly, I think it's bullshit how they're saying it's out of our control. We can't do anything about it. Because honestly, I don't think that ROGERS Arena tests their screen out 2 hours before a concert. I think they're given a whole day to do it, and for them to say, "Oh, it's out of our control," I think you could have told people a long time before.
Maybe they were like trying to like they tested it earlier in the day, but then they couldn't fix it before the.
Yeah, I obviously I wasn't in that building, so I can't say, but like, I don't know. I think they had somewhat more of a control that they're telling people. And to make matters even worse is that people flew in from all places in Canada to watch this. I saw someone saying, "I live in Winnipeg, and my flight's tomorrow. I cannot come on Wednesday or whenever the replacement day is," and so that sucks because like. You're wasting money in hotels, in airline tickets. That the money's out the window, and I think that those people need to be reimbursed a lot more than just a refund or whatever the fuck. Maybe
or
they
more
weren't
important,
even
like their jobs. You know, maybe they took time off work and
exactly.
they can't take any more.
And I don't think that they're looking up. I don't think they are not that they don't realize it, but I just don't think that those people that are working at ROGERS Arena, I don't think they care about that. Like I think they're just worried about getting people's money back. If they are, I haven't heard anything about that, but I'm assuming that you guys are getting your money back. And so some people didn't really care.
I feel like there's a certain level of responsibility on your own if you're paying for a concert ticket
of course.
And all that. You know, it's like I'm not like really going on the side of like the directors or the workers of ROGERS Arena, but like, you know, if you're like coming on from a different city for a concert, like you should know nowadays that a lot of concerts get delayed and canceled.
Yeah, but
like,
you don't.
It's such a
yeah, but you don't
practice.
Expect that, dude. You don't expect it to happen.
No, of course, it's not like a thing that you gotta be okay with, but like it's a thing you gotta consider. You know, it's like it's just smart planning. I feel like. Like
I mean, it's a risk that you're gonna take no matter what you
exactly.
do.
So
but it's like, just like it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen at all. And I think ROGERS is responsible for a lot of it. And I think they should have done something else. But hey, that already happened. Travis Scott making a guest appearance on Drake's opening acts, and I think that Travis performing Meltdown for the first time ever in Vancouver is a pretty cool thing to say. And I think that Travis Scott, I don't know how many times he's been to Vancouver, but he's released that he's coming to Vancouver in November, and that will be pretty cool. That's on this tour, and I think Vancouver really liked him. And this was announced that he was coming to make a guest appearance when he was spotted in Yaletown running away from fucking, I don't even know what he was running away from. I just saw a clip of him running. Did you see that clip?
No.
Yeah, it was like on 604 Now or something. But Yachty is also in Vancouver, not performing, but hey, why not? There's been a lot of artists that have come to Vancouver in 2023, and not just so far, but will be coming. To name a few, Blink-182, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Lil Yachty, Quavo, Jason Derulo, Travis Scott, Drake. The list goes on. And I think that 2023 alone was such a good year for concerts in Vancouver specifically, and I think that's really cool to say, and I think that that's just a lot of fun. I think that's it's cool to see that.
Do you think that what's his name? That one guy that like interviewed Drake this past week, like, you know, I forgot his name. You know, that guy that knows everything, you know, he's like
Nardwuar?
Yeah, Nardwuar, yeah. You think he has met him? Or
Drake?
Yeah.
I don't think he's made a video with Drake.
Really? Why not? No.
He normally goes to the PNA here. I mean, he did that last interview was with Lil Uzi in Chicago, I think. But no, he stays in Vancouver and does that with the artists in Vancouver. But yeah, Nardwuar's W Mans. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, their reactions are so funny too.
It's so funny. Yeah. Have you seen Cardi B's?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're good. Yeah, so I think, you know, this is the last episode until school. Next time we see you guys, I'll be with Justin, and we will be in grade 12. So that's quite a lot. And yeah, sorry about the last few weeks. I really, honestly, I wanted more out of this summer when it came to episodes recording. A lot of stuff just didn't go our way. A lot of stuff was just out of control and out of our control, and I just think that it was, I mean, I'm happy with what we did with Avenues. That was freaking sick. I don't have any regrets at all. It's just like, it's unfortunate that it's like, we couldn't get to where we really wanted to this summer. That will change pretty quickly. I talked about guests. I want to have a new tactic in getting guests. All right, you guys are like, you guys don't have any guests. Shut the fuck up. All right, it's a lot harder than it looks. People flake. Okay, fuck you guys for those. But we haven't had that recently. I'm just saying in general. But yeah, hopefully we can get some new guests. Simon was our last guest, and he was a W guest. That's gonna be hard to beat, but we'll try to get some new people on. Drake's new album, For All the Dogs, is coming out soon. Didn't say when. Soon. I'm excited for that because he said if you ever liked anything that I've came out with, produced, then this album is going to be for you. And I think, I'm fit in that category. I'm sure you fit in that category. I think most people in the world fit into that category. So let's see if he's right. Let's see if he can come out with something that is good for anybody that's ever liked anything from him. And the cover for the album is quite interesting. His son making it. A little drawing of a dog. Okay. Interesting cover for the album. Very interesting choice. Do I like it? No. I think a kindergartner drawing on his album cover is just kind of dumb, honestly. His album, he can do what he wants, but I don't really like the album cover. I think it's stupid. Hopefully that doesn't represent the music.
Bro, like majority of the album covers of rappers these days are dog shit. It's like they're either bad or they're like really fire. It's like I haven't seen anything in the middle. So.
Okay. So I don't know if I can agree with that, but I mean we'll see. I think that Drake. Have you seen what he did with Cactus Club in Vancouver?
Yeah, that was funny.
I don't know how much of that is like legit. I bet he rang him up beforehand and was like, "Hey, I'm trying to do this thing. Like, give me some martinis or whatever the fuck he ordered."
Yeah. It was funny. I saw the waitress that was bringing it just posted a selfie on her story of the drinks and shit. I didn't see it on her story. I don't know who that waitress was, but I saw it on TikTok, which was funny. You know.
Yeah, I think
this whole thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think that's all from the Drake topic here. Yeah, I mean, you have something you want to talk about? You want to talk about Champions League, right? Yeah, Champions League draw was today as of recording, and very interesting groups that have been divided. So I'll let you take the floor with that.
Sure. So, today we had an interesting group, and we had okay. So let's talk about the group of death. If you follow
F, right?
What?
F, group F?
Yeah, group F. If you follow soccer, you know, like in so many different international groups, there's always a group of death, which includes obviously like all the hardest teams possible in each pod going into one group. And I'm gonna say that in all honesty, considering the past years, like past few, like in the recent decade, this is kind of a mid group of death compared to the years before, but it's pretty good because there's PSG, which I think I texted Khan. They're gonna disappoint in my opinion. They don't have their big players like they have Mbappe, which I don't think he's as dedicated considering that he's gonna leave next year, and I don't think he's really gonna.
You don't think he cares?
Yeah, I don't think he's just gonna put in the same amount of effort as he did back in like the 2019 to 2021 season, which he was very class. Like that's where he just blew up his career. There's Dortmund, which is interesting of a topic because they almost won it. They almost won Bundesliga last season. Was a devastating loss. They honestly bottled it really hard. I was kind of pissed off. Like I didn't want. I as much as I kind of like Bayern more.
You wanted to see it up.
Yeah, I wanted to see the underdog story a bit. You know.
I get you.
But they bottled it. They did had some some back and forth, like players giving out coming in from in the transfer window this season. But the other thing is most of their like good players getting old, so it's not much promise coming in and out. So they're iffy second or third. They're definitely not gonna be last. There is AC Milan. Yeah, I mean they did really good last season. Italian teams did really good last season. Surprisingly, they haven't been like on about it in the last like 5-6 years. They haven't been really top notch. And Newcastle, which
top 5 in Premier League.
And they bring a lot of promise in my opinion, because It's like every Newcastle fan, everybody was like surprised or happy that they finally go to Champions League and they get in the group of death.
Yeah, but I think they could do it. It works with it. Yeah.
To be fair, Newcastle was the best team on pot 4. That's why basically the only group they would have been in the group of death either way. They would have been in the hardest group. And well, Newcastle, I think they're gonna surprise us.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna surprise us in England when playing whatever. I think. They have if they keep their same form. They had some good signings. They had some good signings with the oil money, but they might surprise us. I think they will. And let's just start from the beginning. So Group A: Bayern, Man United, Copenhagen, and Galatasaray.
You mean Copenhagen?
Yeah, Copenhagen.
Okay.
Did I say? Oh,
you said Copenhagen.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Yes. But. Yeah, that's gonna be a mid group to be honest. Bayern and Man United, obviously.
Yeah, probably.
I hope Man United gets ripped to shreds. I don't like Man United at all. Terrible fan base, terrible team.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a problem with the Man United team? Bring it on. The Turkish Galatasaray, good team. They got a lot of good players. They got Wilfred Zaha from Crystal Palace. Yeah, Crystal Palace. They got Icardi. They got good talent. They got a decent talent. No chance of finishing top 2. No chance of finishing top 2.
Tell us the whole group.
Huh?
Tell us the whole group. You just said them.
Who? Oh, well, obviously Bayern first, Man United second.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same group. It's the same group. But they're not there enough to make it a big, but they have good talent. Group B: Sevilla, Arsenal, PSV, and Lens, which Lens, actually, no one will know, but they finished second in League 1. And that's a good. They had a good finish. They had a tight point between them and PSG. They had many players, top scorers, top assisters. They had top stats last season, which was surprising. Lot of support going to that team because they have finally like starting to get some success. But PSV on the other hand, they're always underdogs, even in the I think they're from Netherlands, right? Yeah, in the Netherlands league, they're always underdog. And Sevilla has been, oh my God, they've been like, I want to say they've been into shambles.
Yeah, it's a good team though.
They're a good team, but they did win the Europa League last season. That's the only reason they got, because they didn't even finish top 6 in. Yeah. They didn't even finish top 6 in La Liga, which was very surprising. So unless they get it together, I don't think they're all gonna finish top 2. But Arsenal for sure, because they've been promising. I hope they don't disappoint this season, but they're bottlers, so you never know.
Top 3 in Premier League,
I guess, but they did lost the first. But
yeah, but dude, how long did they have it for? And look at Manchester City.
To be fair, yeah, they did win. So, and there is Group C: Real Madrid, Napoli, Barga, which is a Portuguese team, and Union Berlin. Union Berlin is also another underdog.
That's cool to see them in Champions League.
Union Berlin, a very underdog team. Is we have a lot of underdog stories, I think, this season. Union Berlin, after going back and forth between for Bundesliga and then the second league of Germany for many years, they finished top 3
they were fucking
last season.
They're fighting relegation in the last league like years ago.
Yeah, but they did it. Like they got so much support
their fan support's crazy.
Yeah, like I talked to a couple of my German friends. They all say like those guys they're crazy. Like most of them are from Berlin and they're a fan, and they're like, bro, like we have a lot of promise going for us, and I think they'll do a fine job. They're gonna upset Real Madrid. I feel like they're gonna if they keep their form. Because Real Madrid, especially with so many injuries going out, season log injuries with Vinicius Jr. having an injury in the last game, going out for 3 weeks to a month, which I'm happy with because Atletico is going to be playing them in 2 weeks, I think, and I personally am not a fan of Vinny. Very annoying player. Very overrated, in my opinion, but he's been showing a little bit promise last season, especially. Napoli are getting it together. They had a fairly new team last season, and they still did a very good job going to the semifinals. Yeah, they went to the semifinals, and I think that's going to be an interesting game between Real Madrid and Napoli. Union Berlin might do something. Barca, they've never done anything. I don't think they will this season either. Group D, kind of lame. Benfica, Inter Milan, Salzburg. If anybody doesn't know, Salzburg is the team that Haaland played with for before he joined Dortmund. And there's Real Sociedad, which 4th in La Liga. Not gonna be a promising team. Inter and Benfica. Benfica did very good last 2 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago, Benfica. That's old news, but I think I don't think they're gonna go do better than that at all. Group E, my favorite team got the Atletico with Feyenoord. I think the winner of the Netherlands. Yeah, the Dutch league, and Lazio and Celtics, Colin's team. Interestingly enough, it's gonna be a good.
Is there no days yet for when it's?
I don't think there is. I don't think there is.
I don't think so.
But if there is, we're definitely gonna be watching it together. You're gonna. No, you don't want me? No. Why not?
Because you're gonna be a bitch. I know that.
Because he knows he's gonna lose. He knows.
No,
he's gonna
either
lose.
way, win or lose, you would be a bitch.
How am I gonna be a bitch?
100%.
Why?
Because you'd be there just like, either if Celtic win, you're gonna be so pissed and so upset, and if they win, you're gonna be like.
No, I never do that.
No,
you have never seen me do that.
I'm not watching. It's not up for debate.
Well, it's gonna be in school anyway, so we might be hanging out while we watch it.
No.
But then obviously Atletico is gonna win that group easily. Feyenoord, they've been showing promise last season. They didn't do much in the Champions League, but they won the Dutch league by a good amount between them and the second place. Celtics, hey, it's a Scottish league, you know. Not that best place third.
First of all, Celtic are going. First of all, Celtic are getting number 2, Lisboa, running it back. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Celtics. I think it's Boston.
Yeah. Chat, clip that. Clip that, and then we can come back to it. Group G, Man City, Leipzig, and two teams. Young Boys. I don't know the other one. I can't say it. Weird ass name. Man City's gonna win it. No doubt. Easy team. There's not gonna be much excitement coming from the group stage out of the champions this season. Group H, Barcelona, Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Antwerp something. I don't know. I can't say that. I think it's if I'm not mistaken, Eastern European team.
Which was it? Let's see.
The bottom one. I don't know. Like I'm not familiar with that team. Antwerp. I don't know. If you know better than me, good for you. But obviously Barcelona, Porto. God, as an Atletico fan, I'm gonna get some flashbacks for them because of last season. Oh my God, I hated Champions League. Watching Champions League last season, it was such a pain for it as an Atletico fan. Yeah, we still beat them, but they gave us a very hard time. And they have a Persian player, Taremi, which I hope scores a goal against Barcelona. Gonna be very funny. And speaking of like Iranians, so my favorite Persian team I've been supporting since I was a little kid. They are in the same group as Al Nassr in the Asian Champions League. And there's been a lot of Persian memes going on about how the stadium of my team is really fucked up. The conditions are terrible, as you know what's going on in Iran, all that. And everybody's gonna be like, oh, like Ronaldo's gonna pull up to Iran. They're gonna like arrest him in Georgina because of like bad hijabs and shit. Then he's gonna have to. So since everything, like basically any usable social media is filtered and not allowed in Iran, you gotta like have like what's it called, VPNs, like so many VPNs, and it's like showing like Ronaldo at like the internet cafe, like trying to download like 5 VPNs because the past ones aren't working, shit like that. It's really funny, but like I feel like it's very embarrassing that so much attention is going to be going to those games simply because of Ronaldo, Mane, other stars that are going to the Saudi League, and then we're going to have that condition going on. Now, I think this has happened before with the national team. They just rent other stadiums in other countries and host them there, and I think that's probably what's going to happen with my team. But it's very depressing that the home team, like people that can afford to go to other countries and watch their team, and especially the time that they get to see Ronaldo, one of the once in a lifetime opportunities, they can't even do that. I feel like it's very, very fucked up. And with the Persian Federation and all of that, it's very screwed up. But now we have some golden players playing in the Europe after many years in decade since Ali Daei played for Bayern Munich. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Ali Daei, the second most international goal scorer of all time, after Ronaldo. But yeah, that's what's gonna go down. And we have another player in Feyenoord, Ali Reza Jahanbakhsh. Yeah, shout out. He's been playing there for a couple of years now. He played in England also, the only player that I wouldn't be mad if he scores against Atleti. No. But if he scores, it's not like I'm gonna be happy, but like I'll be like, at least I have a connection to it, you know. It's like, but otherwise, they better lock those fuckers down, you know. Don't want them scoring. And do you got anything else to add? Thank you for being with us this week. We will see you again. We will see you next week. In a different set, hopefully something that Colin has planned. And thanks for watching us. See you later.